Not only is Venus in detriment, it's really just forming some bad aspects, and it's so bad that it took away my voice. Give it back. That's right, you heard it here on November 6th, Venus enters Scorpio. Scorpio. Honey, my voice is really giving Mike Wazowski. Now, Venus is forming a square to Pluto, but it's also forming a square to Jupiter, making a T-square, and it's also forming a yaw to Uranus and Neptune. It's just a lot. Sending thoughts and prayers to anybody entering a relationship during this transit. For Leo, Venus will be transiting your 4th house of home, family, processing your emotional well-being, listening to your intuition, as well as learning your authenticity, their foundational core. This is a great transit for experiencing harmony and balance within your personal life. But do be careful for putting on a face for the public, but then behind the scenes, something else is happening. But nevertheless, this is actually a great transit for real estate if you're wanting to move. It's also a great transit for catering to the people that are closest to you. But you gotta ask yourself who those people are with Pluto squaring from your 7th. Not everybody has your best interests at heart with this transit. It is also important to spend time by yourself to better understand your unconscious qualities. That way you don't attract a karmic relationship that may mirror those unconscious qualities back to you. Jupiter is also squaring from your 12th. Now to activate the yaw, tap into your 10th house of career, status, legacy, and life's work. Essentially finding a balance between your personal and your public life. You want to be wary not to over-obsess over your personal life during this time. It can cause some emotional tower moments if not careful. And my root's already reverting, look. I'm on one on my clock too. For Virgo, Venus will be transiting your 3rd house of communication, skill development, siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, the mind mentality, sharing information, opinions, and thoughts with others. There's value in what you have to say during this transit. The girls, gays, and theys are going to eat it up. For my artists, my musicians, my entertainers, this is also quite lucrative for expressing your art through your communication. Of course, it's great for speaking up for yourself, saying it with your chest. Do be sure that your thoughts are in alignment with your personal development journey, and also watch out for self-criticism and criticism of others with Pluto squaring from your 6th. Also, be sure to pay attention to your ideas and take action towards the ones that can turn your goals into a tangible reality with Jupiter squaring from your 11th. Friends, groups, and network circles can also be of assistance, but watch for inner conflict and tension. To activate the yaw, tap into your 9th house of belief, philosophy, creating life that you want for yourself, finding the meaning of life, higher education and knowledge, travel, luck, opportunity, and spiritual practice. Essentially, you want to gain the experience before applying logic, but don't over-obsess over logic too. Also, do watch for overthinking during this transit, but you're a Virgo, you tend to overthink all the time, so... Kisses. For Libra, Venus will be transiting your 2nd house of worth and value, establishing the 2 material security as well as giving back to yourself through self-replenishment. Transit's actually great for increasing your financial stability. It's also great for attracting resources to help with your income. But definitely watch out for overindulgence. Definitely watch out for giving your energy to people, places, and things that are not reciprocating the energy back to you. Gotta give that the chop so you don't flop. But do be wary of over-obsessing over finances during this time. That can cause a tower moment or that can affect your earning power. I will say don't be afraid to express both your light and shadow attributes with Pluto squaring from your 5th. Life is not always love and light, and this transit is going to show that. It takes expressing both your light and shadow attributes to be your true authentic self. You also want to be wary about overworking yourself with Jupiter squaring from your 10th. I get it, you've been working towards success and recognition, but you gotta slow down, Susie. And you still got Saturn in your 6th. Look, do be sure that your worth and value is in alignment with your career goals during this time too. Now to activate the yaw, you need to tap into your 8th house, a deep healing transformation going below the surface, examining the darker aspects of life as well as making peace with your past. This would be a great time to let go of anything that no longer serves you in your current self. But it also helps you to determine what your worth and value actually is. Other people may see it, but it's time for you to see it. Look. For Scorpio, Venus will be transiting your 1st house of self, identity, independence, and taking action after your life's direction. It's giving glow of energy. Look. You're gonna be looking cute and grot. Gotta get your hair done. Look. Probably not as wild and free as mine, but you already get the picture. Be sure to prioritize the relationship that you have with yourself during this transit. It is the best relationship one can ever have. Also, do be wary of codependency. But there is value in listening to yourself, look. But do be sure to cater to your emotional well-being and let your intuition serve as a guidance with Pluto squaring from your 4th. Because if not, that could lead to an emotional tower moment. And also be sure to keep in alignment with your beliefs and manifestations, keeping up with your affirmations, I am, I have, I will, with Jupiter squaring from your 9th. It's what makes the manifestations come in faster, look. Well, that and detachment. But to activate the yaw, you need to tap into your 7th house, relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, marriage, and unions. What separately results may vary, call now. Essentially, it's finding a balance between self and other. Remembering that you're the value at the end of the day. For all the signs, be sure to pay attention to any personal placements as well as aspects being made. Other signs are in the other videos.